SVPS online classes. This is our first lecture from class 5 of subject science. Today we are going to discuss about growing plants. So this is our first lesson from science. Okay dear children, we can see many variety of plants around us. Here dear children, I would like to ask you one question. So, do you imagine why do we need to grow plants? What are the uses of plants? In the previous classes, already learned about uses of plants. Once we call that points. Plants are very helpful gift of nature. So, through the plants, we are getting oxygen which we breathe in to survive on the earth. In the same way, plants are taking carbon dioxide which we exhale out. So, like this, humans and plants both are helping each other to survive on the earth. That means they are dependent upon each other to survive on the earth. Dear children, not only for this, so we are getting lot of occurrence from the plants. So we should grow plants. Why means our lives are largely depend upon the plants. So dear children, we should grow the plants, more and more plants. So let us see kinds of plants. So as you all know, on the earth we can see variety of plants. That means so many types of plants are there on the earth. So we can see trees, herbs, shrubs, climbers, creepers, thorny plants and water plants. So already in the previous classes you learned about these types of plants. So all the plants keep on increasing in number. This kind of process is called reproduction in plants. So let us learn about reproduction in plants. All living things produce their young ones during their life so that their species may not die. So the process by which plants reproduce their young ones like themselves is called reproduction. Plants reproduce in many ways. So, reproduction in plants. Some of the plants can reproduce by roots. You can see the examples in the image. Roots. Example, carrot. Stems. Example, rose and potato. Leaves. Example, bryophyllum. Spores. Example, fern. You can see seeds. Majority of the plants can reproduce through the seeds. You can see mango, neem, lemon, etc. Now let us start reproduction through seeds. So majority of the plants reproduce through the seeds. This seed grows into seedling in the presence of water, air and sunlight. Let us see the structure of a seed. Structure of a seed. Mainly, the seed contains three parts. First one is seed coat. Second one is seedlings. The third one is embryo. Let us see the first part. The first part is seed coat. So here see. So the outside hard layer is called seed coat. The seed coat protects the baby plant. Okay, this hard layer is called seed coat. This seed coat protect the baby plant. Now the next one is seed leaves. Inside the seed coat you can see seed leaves. So inside the seed coat you can see seed leaves. These seed leaves help the plant to provide the food material to growth of the baby plant. The third one is embryo. The third part is embryo. Embryo contains two parts. One is radicle and the second one is plumulae. So radicle. This radicle can grow into root. Do you know root? which is grow inside the soil. So this plumulae can grow outside the soil. So embryo contain two parts. One is radicle and one is plumulae. Now here, see these seed leaves. Seed leaves can also called cotyledons. So some of the seeds are having only one seed leaf. Some of the seeds are having two seed leaves. Some of the seeds are having only one seed leaves, and some of the seeds are having two seed leaves. So the seed leaves which are having only one, they are called monocotyledons. The seeds which are having only one seed leaf is called monocotyledons or monocots. So second one, the seeds which are having two seed leaves. The seeds which are having two seed leaves, they are called dicotyledons or dicots. So for the monocots, examples are maize, rice, wheat, etc. For these dicots, examples are pea, beans. Dear children, reproduction of seed will occur only when the seed will germinate. So let us see about germination of seed. Germination of seeds. The development of seed into a new plant is known as germination. First, you will sow a seed inside the soil. After that, you will provide some water for that seed. Then, that seed can absorb the nutrients from the soil. Sometimes, that outer layer will burst out. After that, the roots starts to grow. After some days, the shoots starts to develop and appears outside. When the baby plant get a new leaf, that leaf is having capacity to make its own food by using sunlight, air and water. That means we are providing water, and that plant or seed or that baby plant is having the capacity to absorb sunlight and nutrients and air from the nature. So making its own food by the presence of water, air and sunlight, this process is called photosynthesis. So in the germination, the seed is developed into a new plant. That means to develop into a new plant, seed needs three factors. One is air, water and sunlight. That means to proper germination, every seed requires these three factors: air, water and sunlight. Some of the seeds, they can't grow properly. Why? Because they are not getting required air, required water and required sunlight. They may die. Through these, we can learn air, water and sunlight. These three are required for germination of a seed. Dear children, in this video, we will learn up to germination of a seed. The next part we can discuss in the next class. Stay home, stay healthy.